Okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome. So thank you for joining us today for the information session on the MSc in Digital Technology for Sustainable Agriculture. And my name is Ruby, and I will be a host for this evening. And so on behalf of the USD Global Center East Asia, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of our partners and the students who have joined us today online. So today's session is designed to give you a clear and practical understanding of this program and why the Irish market environment and the future career development and opportunities. So we are very delighted to be joined by several distinguished guests from the UCD College of Engineering and Architecture. So first, I'm very pleased to welcome the Katie. Katie is the Senior Marketing Manager of our College of Engineering. And so Katie will give us a brief session about the airline's current market environment and the information about UCD and the College of Engineering as well. And so we are also very honored to have Dimitrios, the assistant professor in the UCD School of Belt Systems and Food Engineering. And so Dimitrios is also the program director of this program. And so he will introduce the program in very much detail and covering the curriculum structure and the employment outcomes. And so following that, we are delighted to welcome Soma. So one of our current students on the program, and though he will share the personal learning experience, the insights into students' life in UCD. And so we are very welcome that if you have any questions about this program and anything we share today, you are very welcome to leave your questions in the Q&A box, in the chat box, or at the end of this session. So we will address these inquiries. So once again, thank you very much for joining us today. So first, let's welcome Katie. So Katie, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ruby, and hopefully everyone can hear me okay. So we're absolutely delighted to welcome you all and see such great interest in the Masters in Digital Technology for Sustainable Agriculture. And please bear with me while I just share my screen, and hopefully that is coming up okay for everybody. Yep. So thanks, Demetrius. So I just wanted to give you a brief overview about the opportunity that awaits you should you choose to study with us in UCD. And then I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Professor Demetrius, because he is the program director for this specific program, and he can get into the academic side. So we are Ireland. As you can see, we are the most western country in Europe. You can see us ring-fenced there right beside the UK. And the lovely thing about Ireland is that it's quite a small country. It's it's got amazing career opportunities, but it's quite a small country. So we've about 5 million people across the entire country. And we are the campus itself. We're based in Dublin. Dublin is the capital city of Ireland. So there's an awful lot happening. One of the fantastic things about Ireland is that we are a very young population, with 47% of the people just under 34. So we're a really young and vibrant culture. So there's a lot of energy, a lot of ideas, and a lot of innovation. We're a very peaceful country. We ranked second most peaceful country in the world in the 2025 Global Index. Our university is #1 in Ireland for graduate employability, and Demetrius and I will both talk about the career opportunities that await you following this master's. We're a really happy country. And people are very friendly. People are very engaged. We're very international as well, particularly in University College Dublin itself. You can see a picture here. That's the campus. And actually, that's the engineering building, the main engineering building. There's 3 of them, but that's the main one. And we have 300 acres of land. There's a lot of woodland walks. But we have over 152 countries represented by our 11,500 international students. So we have 30,000 students in total on campus, and just under 12,000 of those are international, coming from 152 countries. So it really is quite an international melting pot as well. We're very highly ranked, 118th globally in terms of QS rankings. So I think that gives you the assurance of the quality of university that you're coming to. So Dublin itself, this is right over the main river. This is the River Liffey, and it's quite a cosmopolitan city, even though we're very small, and it's a gateway to Europe. So a lot of our international students love the fact that over their break or over a weekend, you could fly into Paris, Milan, somewhere in Germany. Thanks to Ryanair, we've a lot of cheap flights landing into Europe. Additionally, you can go from Dublin to Galway, Dublin to Cork. It's very accessible to get around Ireland and really embrace the culture. This is the campus itself, and this is what I like to call the engineering lake because it sits right in front of the engineering building and it houses a lot of swans and a lot of ducks. This is one of 3 lakes in University College Dublin. So as I said, we have a lot of greenery and green space which our students enjoy. You can see the mountains right behind there. They're the Dublin Mountains. They're about 20 minutes away from campus. And if I had pointed the camera the other way, you would actually see the sea, the Irish Sea, and that's about 20 minutes from campus. On campus, we have restaurants. We have about 20 cafes. We have a 50-meter swimming pool. We have a cinema. We have a debating chamber. We have every type of sports facility you could wish for. We have a beautiful gym that our students get to enjoy. And we are the largest urban campus in Europe. So it really is phenomenal when you consider we're only 6 kilometers from the Dublin city centre. We have a bus terminus on campus, which means our students can access the city centre with ease as well. So a little bit about us. We're University College Dublin, or better known as UCD, and we are the College of Engineering and Architecture. So the unit that I work in looks after all the students who want to study something relating to engineering, architecture, planning, or environmental policy. We are the first preference for Irish school leavers in Ireland looking to study either engineering or architecture. And I think it's really important for international students to understand how we are viewed within our domestic audience, within our Irish audience. So if a student is doing their final exams in school, I think it'd be the equivalent of your Gaokao, and they want to study engineering, UCD will be their top choice. We also offer, obviously, the undergraduate programs, but we offer over 35 taught master's programs. And obviously, we are focusing on one of those today. So before I hand you over to Dimitris, I just wanted to talk about the career opportunities that await our graduates, because we recognize the fact that you are going to be investing time and money and faith in coming over to UCD. So what are you going to get out of it, and where are you going to get to go work? Well, for the College of Engineering and Architecture in UCD, we have I think it's 93% employment rate. So 93% of our students are either employed or in further study within 6 months of graduation. So we set our students up for success. We have a careers network on campus. So we have a careers coach that's dedicated to supporting our engineering students. And additionally, a lot of our academics are really well connected in the various industries that you go into. They might be researching in particular industries, and they're really connected that way. As soon as you walk on campus in September, 2 weeks later, at the end of September, you'll be invited to a careers fair where we invite over 100 companies who come to campus and set up for the day because they want to engage with STEM students, engineering students. So you're going to be given a huge amount of opportunity to engage with your future employer. The type of sectors that our students are going into from engineering is the ICT, the medtech, main engineering industry, food and ag, pharma, and financial services. And I suppose specifically looking at your particular program, and again, Dimitris will get into this in more detail at his section, but where are these students going to? Well, you can see I already said the ICT, and you can see top 10 technology companies have headquarters here in Ireland. So it's not just the ag side. You can see the big tech companies are now employing the graduates from the digital technology and sustainable agriculture. And you can see just examples of the type of companies that are listed there under ag machinery, precision, data, predictive analysis. And I would imagine that a lot of those company names are company names that you recognize because they are global in nature as well. So just to give you a sense of our location, So you can see UCD campus down here. And I mentioned the sea was 20 minutes that way and that the mountains are 20 minutes that way. But we are just under 5 kilometers into Dublin city centre, which is the Silicon Docks. And these are the types of companies that have headquarters. I'm sure you recognize a lot of these names. And this is where a lot of our graduates are going to work as well. Obviously, this is just really one sector. But it's interesting to see. And there's a big reason for that is that they know the talent is here. They know that the likes of UCD are producing the quality of talent that these companies are seeking to employ. And that's one of the main reasons that they have based themselves in Dublin. I just thought I would bring this up. It was a report that was released just on January 8th. And it was to do with the Ireland's food, drink, and horticulture exports. Sorry, this is the one from 2025. There was one also released in 2026. And again, they'd had huge growth again. It was on our main radio station News Talk. And you can see that the Irish food and drinks exports continue to grow. And a lot of our graduates are going into this area as well. Again, these are other companies that our students, our graduates are progressing into as well. And I also thought it was worth mentioning how we support our students, because we also understand coming in from a different country, a different culture, it can be quite daunting. But this is something that UCD does regularly, and we do it very, very well. So as I mentioned, we have recruitment fairs so that we give you the opportunity to engage with your future employer. We have, you can engage with career development credits. We have the Career Centre where you can engage and do reviews of your CVs. You can do mock interviews. So we put an awful lot of support into ensuring our students' success. It's always worth noting that there is the opportunity of a stay-back visa. It's called the third level graduate scheme. If you graduate from this master's, you can stay for up to 2 years. I'm going to hand you over to my colleague now, Demetrius, but I'm very happy to take questions. It's also worth mentioning that we do also offer scholarships for our international students. We offer Global Excellence Scholarships, which are highly competitive and offer 50 to 100% off tuition. And in addition to that, we also have what's called an International Student Scholarship. And you don't need to apply specifically for that, but we will review your application when you submit it for an ISS as well. So over to Demetrius. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you for this really nice introduction about Ireland and UCD's lovely place to work and study here, the UCD campus. Some specifics now about our program and why this program is unique for you. It's called MSc Digital Technology for Sustainable Agriculture. Is 1 year full time, starting every September. And let's define better, okay, what digital technology for sustainable agriculture means, what is meant by that. We refer to the integration of new and advanced technologies into crop and livestock farming systems to enable farmers and other professionals in the sector to improve food production. And our master's is targeted towards providing students with cutting-edge training in digital technology areas that include a number of modules in computer programming, in data processing, Internet of Things, and deep learning implementation. Also, our program will build students' knowledge and skills base to address the complexities of developing, deploying, and managing digital technology in the agri-food sector with a special focus on enhancing efficiency, sustainability, and resilience at all levels of food production. We are addressing actually current needs of the society. The program also offers hands-on experience on a range of novel digital technology systems, training in state-of-the-art labs, and applied research in a real-life environment at the Lions Research Farms. This is another key highlight of this master's program. The Lions Farm is a research farm that supports teaching and research in the areas of crops, beef, dairy, sheep, and pigs. We have also launched a new teaching and research area which focuses on sustainable food production in industrial crops. Therefore, our students do not only learn the fundamentals and theory of digital technology applications in agriculture, but they receive real training, applied training in our facilities. The farm is also equipped with a range of ag-tech equipment, including a variety of machinery like seeders, precision plot sowers, harvesters. The students will learn how to use, how to improve, and how to enhance food production using state-of-the-art and novel machinery. Also, GPS ISOBUS enabled tractors will facilitate precision operations linked to a cloud-based data management system. You see that we have the complete infrastructure you need to learn digital technology for sustainable agriculture. As said, the UCD Lions Farm, not on UCD campus, in another place in close proximity of UCD, offers 50 hectares of real farm environment for our students to do their training, their lab work, or carry out a master thesis. Having said that, just brief overview about the course content and structure. As said, we offer different modules. The majority of them are mainly, I would say, most of our modules are delivered face to face, including some very novel online delivery aspects and assignments supported by occasional face to face tutorials. And we have some other modes like intensive ones, one or two full week times formats where the students, besides theory and fundamentals, apply what they have learned in the lab and on the farm. Now, our students are able to take themed clusters of modules. For example, modules of precision farming, modules of sensing technologies, modules of computers and electronics. And these modules reflect specific technical interests or needs for upskilling. I have a list here of modules. I can give further details like computer programming. You get the basics. If you are coming if you have a background in agriculture, you will get the basics of computer programming. That including both, as said, fundamental knowledge, and also you will apply what you have learned in a real agricultural environment. Other modules include computers and electronics, directly applied in agriculture, or numerical methods to solve practical problems in agriculture, Internet of Things, IoT-enabled sensors for applications in agri-food production, other novel sensor and sensing systems that are used in agriculture and beyond, like LiDAR, hyperspectral, multispectral imaging technology, then satellites and remote sensing, and GIS for informed decision making. Soil technologies that are currently used to assess soil quality and texture, other optical sensing and sensor technologies, technology to produce food more efficiently, like crop technology, and last but not least, very novel approaches about precision agriculture, smart farming, and digital agriculture, including livestock as well. Now, the students will be able to undertake an applied work-related research project in the summer trimester and apply directly the knowledge they have gathered during the first two trimesters of the study in autumn and spring. In total, 12 modules should be taken by our students and a master thesis. What is unique about this program, as I said? Also, we have established a new lab, the first digital AgTech lab in Ireland, which will provide students with hands-on training, as said, on cutting-edge AgTech. As you may see here, you will be trained on agricultural robots, on smart sensors, and artificial intelligence, very hot topic nowadays. Example of equipment in place, different variety of agricultural robots, small scale, lab scale, pilot scale, and more industrial applications. Drone applications in agriculture, you will be able to learn how to use a drone, for to carry out agricultural research and beyond, how to gather data using a drone, how to analyze this data, and how to visualize your data is research is a topic actually that is favored, appreciated by the industry nowadays. It goes beyond academia and research. Students, you see now from last year, the students get tutorials, have the opportunity to learn from postdocs, from researchers, from professors, and directly use after intensive training the drone and the robots for, as said, data acquisition, processing, and then visualization. In other words, they go to the field, they carry out some measurements, and then in class they present their findings, their outcomes. It has been highly appreciated, and the students really enjoy that session last year, I would say. Another novel approach is might be aware of the software. There is a computer game that we have. Probably we are one of the 3, 4 universities across the world, across the globe, that have integrated the farming simulator software or computer game into teaching. Therefore, you will be able also to learn precision ag principles by playing a computer game. The students also appreciated that. They play the game, they learn precision ag both by playing the game and in the field, and then they made presentations in class. And finally, the best project got an award as well. The students, you see smiling faces. The students really appreciated this activity as well. As said, is another unique and novel approach of teaching, integrating a computer game into precision ag teaching activities. As Katie said before, Ireland is home to the world's top 10 technology companies, and it is known as the IT capital of Europe. These big tech companies that we all of us are aware of, are now entered farming and food industries. In other words, there are excellent job opportunities with more than 5,000 job vacancies in this sector at present, beyond precision agriculture, beyond sustainable agriculture, in the sector of IT. And again, our graduates may find employment opportunities in the following areas of agricultural machinery, digital farming, decision support in agriculture, Internet of Things, data science, data analytics, and predictive analytics is also another very hot topic nowadays. And you may recognize some of the most important players in this sector in agricultural data space, agricultural digital technology, digital farming, and so on. Besides the big tech, what I have noticed over the last few years is the dynamic transformation in the world of agriculture, which has been triggered by the rapid emergence and growth of ag-tech startups. Besides the big tech companies, there are numerous startups in this domain, in this sector, not only in Ireland, worldwide, in China as well. I mean, we have been collaborating. Having said that, we have been collaborating over the last few years with many industry, with many companies, small, medium, and large enterprises across the globe in different international initiatives. Our university is one of the largest in Ireland, and with a strong presence of research. Therefore, our graduates can also be integrated in our current research activities as part of their master thesis or part-time employment in ICT-enabled agri-food systems, or Farmtopia, for example, another project that focusing on small scale and micro scale, on the micro scale needs of businesses in order to integrate technology and also enhance digital and improve digital farming. Having said that, one recent award is called the AgroBoost. It's a large European project that is working on sustainable solutions based on robotics, artificial intelligence, augmented reality to boost social sustainability and competitiveness and increasing the safety of workers in agriculture. Having said that, we integrate different solutions across different sectors of agriculture with the aim to make AI accessible not only for large enterprises but for small scale businesses as well. In other words, to highlight that our university is very research intensive and our graduates, besides finding employment in the industry, can continue working with us in a research project. Thank you again for your attention, and I'm very happy together with Katie and Ruby to ask any questions you may have to answer. Sorry.
Thanks,
Okay.
Demetrios. I was going
Yeah.
to say, Ruby, do you want to run through the questions maybe that have come in?
Yeah, I see that we have received a few questions, and so we'll go through it one by one. So the first one is so are there any specific multinational corporations that UCD engineering partners with for student internships or recruitment? So that, yeah.
Katie, I can take that one if you want.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Excellent. Yes. It's one of my last slides. As said, of course, we have a very big network of industry players that we're working together over the last years, and it's not mandatory, but of course, our students will have a chance to collaborate and work as trainees or to carry out an internship in in a company both in Ireland and abroad, but this is not mandatory in our program, I would say. It can be as a part-time job, or these masters do not require an internship, I would say. But of course, it's possible since we have a huge network to support that.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Very much. So Katie, do you have anything to add on?
Not really. I think we covered it in the presentation in terms of beyond the partnerships that Demetrios has talked specific to this course. There's huge amount of opportunity for students to engage with future employers as much as they want to. Like I said, there's that careers fair where over 100 companies come on campus at the end of September. But in addition to that, what you'll find is a lot of the engineering societies also organize career talks. Companies come in. So you can choose to go to them or you don't have to. So there is a lot of engagement opportunities. And what we find is the students who are more engaged get more from it. The more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. And then additionally, it is worth noting our careers network service. Our graduates can avail of that up to 2 years after graduation. So that's a service that is dedicated to helping students secure the types of jobs they want. Like I said to you, CV reviewing, cover letter reviewing, mock interviews. And also then there's a portal where all the jobs are posted as well that students can access.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Katie. So our next question is about the background. So we, so the student wanted to know if they are coming from an agriculture background and can they apply for this program? They had no previous learning experience in computer.
I have to highlight here that previous experience or background in computer science is not necessary. We have an introductory module on computer programming. They will learn together with us the basics about computer programming and coding.
Oh, okay, good. That's good to know. So so that's pretty the similar question. So the student would like to know how much coding or data analysis experience is required at entry, and if they don't have such experience, what support is provided for students from non-technical backgrounds. But I think you
same answer exactly.
Yeah.
We have an introductory module that will support our students to be able to follow the masters over the next months. I would say the introductory module will provide all the necessary knowledge they need.
Yeah. So our next question about the job opportunities in airline. So the question is about that some posts are online that suggesting it is a bit hard or getting harder nowadays to secure a job in airline. So they want you both to share some insights into this aspect.
Okay, I can start generally and then hand over to Demetrius for his area. I am surprised to hear that because, as I said, our stats are very strong, where 93% of our graduates from our engineering and architecture college are either employed or further study within 6 months. I'd be very interested to see, is that a specific very specific student or to a specific degree, or are they trying to get into quite a niche area? I'd be quite curious because, as I said, also we are #1 for employability in Ireland. So a lot of companies actually seek out graduates graduating from UCD because they know the quality of student they're getting. But maybe Demetrius can talk more specifically to today's area.
Absolutely, Katie. And also, it's not clear, Ruby, if the difficulty is because the candidate do not have a UCD degree. I am pretty certain that with UCD degree, as Katie said, you have very good chances to get a position here in Ireland, actually. In our field, as said, nowadays I have seen graduates to find an employment in big tech companies. Since the big tech companies are interested in digital agriculture, in cloud computing for agricultural applications, and so on. Therefore, there are plenty of opportunities, and UCD secures that. A UCD degree secures employment in Ireland and beyond, I would say. It's a very strong university in the general ranking and also in sustainability, actually. Our university is, Katie, if I'm not wrong, is within the first 50 universities across the globe.
Yes.
Therefore, sustainability, agriculture, IT is very strong. A UCD certificate is very strong for employment.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So thanks very much, both. And so our last question in the chat box is about the PhD study. So for students interested in PhD study or research careers, how does this MSc prepare them for their future PhD or research careers?
Ruby, I can start. Kate, you can probably jump in later. About the digital technology for sustainable agriculture, I have some good examples already. Students interested in pursuing a PhD after masters are able to find a PhD position in our school after all. This is our aim as well, to train students not only for job opportunities in the industry, but also to stay with us. We see our graduates are future collaborators, actually, and the best students sometimes stay with us as PhD candidates, then PhD students later on. Therefore, there is also another pathway besides industry employment in the industry.
Okay. Okay, great. So that's all the questions in the chat box. So probably
Ruby?
Yeah.
Before we close the session, probably Soma is a current student of the Masters, is also online. He could probably share here his experiences, might be very helpful.
Yeah.
Soma, can you hear us?
I can.
I think you're going to have to. I see Soma as in as. I can't actually see them though. Can you?
He's on here on the. I see also.
Yes. There we go.
He joined.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me, guys?
Very well. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for giving me the access. And yeah, if you guys can provide me screen sharing access as well, I have developed a 6 slide presentation. Uh, yeah, thank you.
Ruby, would you like to give access to Soma to
Yeah,
share?
yeah. I think I'm
Yeah.
just getting.
Very good. Yeah.
So, yeah, before I begin, I would like to give a brief introduction about myself so that people from similar backgrounds or people from different backgrounds can correlate with me and sync themselves to this program. I hold a bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering from India, and I pursued my master's in electrical engineering, specializing in electronic and chip design from Arizona State, USA. My core technical foundation, as you can see, simply lies with the hardware design flows, specifically VLSI digital circuits and integration of sensor networks as well, which mainly prioritizes Python coding and some tickle scripting, which automates hardware design Verilog flows. But later, after working as a hardware design engineer, I transformed myself into a business process automation analyst to take care of my family business, where I designed the sensor integrated software systems to monitor the excavator performance in real time to reduce the need for human intervention, and developed live platforms for the small local farmers in the nearby communities to schedule and manage the available machineries and operators on a shared basis for soil preparation and land leveling. So, why I chose UCD and why this particular program was because I wanted to transition from, designing consumer grade high performance electronics into working with small scale farmers to bridge them the gap between the high level engineering potential and on the ground agricultural realities. So this is what sparked my interest in smart agriculture, because I feel that it's a very big untouched market, and there is lots of potential opportunities to cap in here. There is a critical transition gap in modern agriculture. We have like all the powerful tools like deep learning, hyperspectral imaging, and so on, but they often stay trapped in research labs and very high um, commercial applications. The untouched potential lies in moving these technologies from just the theory into real-time decision making on the farm. So we all know the biological systems are currently even still messier and unpredictable. By embedding IoT and AI directly into the field, I feel that instead of just monitoring the crops, we can give them a voice to tell us what they exactly need the moment they need it. This transition from reactive farming to predictive data-driven biology is the single biggest opportunity for sustainability in our generation. I joined this MSc program to formalize this transition towards applying deep learning and IoT specifically for biological and agricultural systems. This degree program is one of the best and first and the best is what I feel to integrate data science and cutting edge technologies into agriculture. So from this, I would like to move on a little bit towards my experience in the first trimester of the courses that I went through. I've just listed the courses and the topics, various topics that I learned in these courses. Professor Dimitrios already gave a brush up, but I would like to still give my experience of how I feel all these courses intercorrelate with each other in a career perspective, let's say. So, in the European agrotech landscape, these modules collectively simulate the full data to action pipeline required for implementing various precision agricultural practices. The workflow begins with the main physical hardware, which is covered by the crop mechanization course. As a delivery vehicle, it explains all the various types of sensors that are equipped with different kinds of machineries that are available for different kinds of fields, starting from small scale to very, very large scale. And the hyperspectral imaging covers two different areas. The one is on-field data capturing, where we capture plant level health data for various different analysis and practices, such as disease detection, detecting the water and nutrient stress, whose data can be in turn fed into auto steering systems, which is then explained by the computers and electronics in agriculture course, where we get to interact with multiple satellites and get real-time data using various absolute and relative positioning techniques. So we can get centimeter level precision during implementation of auto steering systems. So all these are just raw data, but you need to visualize this raw data for your farmer to be able to visually see them. So for that, you always have the introductory Python course, which provides the backend logic to analyze the massive data sets and visually represent them. And you have the remote sensing and GIS course, which acts as a front-end visualization tool to map all these insights. And also you make use of the satellite imagery data to perform various different kinds of analysis. So for employers in Ireland, this specific combination of skills, where understanding how the hardware gathers the data and the software implements is highly sought after to help the farms reduce chemical inputs, which is Europe's major goal when it comes to the Green Deal compliance, and also automate the operations amid the shortage of laborers, which is another key challenge with the aging population throughout the farming industry. So moving on to the next part, we have a year-long thesis module, which will start right from the week one and will go until the end of your program. And they also help with the CV preparation and your profile preparation for the employability aspects along with this course, which was very useful for me to get started to the format which is required or expected in the Ireland or European um, job markets. So I have listed the list of steps and various different areas of projects that were offered, and it's like always when I interacted with various different professors, I always felt that these specific project titles are customizable according to the relevancy of their need in the market and the niche of our background. So it was super comfortable and friendly for me to arrive at a topic of my choice and start working. So given my background and my skill set, I went with the artificial intelligence domain, where my specific thesis will focus on monitoring the crop health using time-lapse cameras and deep learning techniques. So I would just like to give a brief introduction about the thesis which I'm working on. So currently I'm at the stage of data set preparation, which comes here after the literature survey. So the collected data is being labeled and annotated right now as we speak, and I look forward on developing various different deep learning architectures and comparing the accuracy and speed of all these different architectures, so that the end goal is to obviously find the most lightweight model that has the best accuracy, so it can be potentially implanted on a robotic arm for automatic harvesting under ideal scenarios in future. I'm super interested in this, and I look forward to get promising results in the future. So this is my experience in the course wise until now, and looking forward, I have these following courses, and I have a visual idea of how these courses are also going to intercorrelate with each other and how they are going to help me. Like, for example, the optical spectroscopy can be used to detect, again, the nutrient deficiency in the field, and soil technology principles can be used to understand why the soil is not holding the nutrient well. And, this input can be fed into a numerical model to predict the yield loss and manage the expectations accordingly. And we can also use the IoT and cloud to alert the farmer on the phone remotely, which is again very useful and required. Finally, the precision agriculture machinery will automatically adjust the sprayers and all the other attachments to fix the problem that we have understood using the techniques discussed in all the previous courses. So, like, I'm glad I attached this advice at the end here, because I heard one of the student asking that they don't have a background on the technical side. I am the opposite. I don't have the background on the sciences part, but from the mix of students in my class, I can promise you that, it's like it is an interdisciplinary course, and so partial a set of students are going to have a strong suit in the coding part and the technology part, whereas the other set of students are going to have their strong suit in the sciences part and the biology part. And until now, we have had no problems with helping each other with when it comes to group projects and so on, to make us understand the requirements from each domain, so we can come up with promising results. So if you are biosciences, you don't have to fear about engineering, and yeah, vice versa. It's all going to work out well from my experience in the first trimester. And apart from the academic aspect, I was fascinated to learn about the huge number of sport clubs. I I even found out some new sports which I was not even aware of before coming here. That's the diversity and the range of equipments is like very, very huge. I am interested in hiking and tennis and badminton. Basically, I play all the racket sports. So I have enrolled and participated in. I was lucky to participate in hike trip, and I from time to time I try to participate in tennis and badminton sessions as well. Apart from that, there are various societies as well to take part in different kinds of activities. You guys can go check out these links. They're super interesting. And when it comes to me, I mostly enjoy the study spaces in library. They are super quiet, and it's like easy to always book a room for yourself and schedule your study timings accordingly with your friends as well. From time to time, I enjoy the gym and the very big lush space in the UCD. It's very good. You can never get bored in the campus, basically, is what I feel. So
Good.
I think this is it. Thank you for the opportunity, guys. And if you have any questions, you can maybe post it, I guess. Thank you. I'll stop
Um,
sharing this.
Thank you. Ruby, you are muted.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, Soma. That was really a nice sharing from your studying experience and to your student life experience. Very informative. And I think in the chat box we have a question specifically for you, and the student is curious about that. Which do you think would be the most attractive part of this program to you?
Okay, so the lab, because I'm fully into the technology part, the most interesting part for me is the lab which Dimitrios talked to me about. They have uh, very high promising projects coming up. Even the Ag Boost program has numerous, including the mushroom detection, which I spoke about. That is just one key deliverable, but there are other promising programs. You guys can go check out the ad boost in LinkedIn as well. It's like really interesting. I think for me that's the most fascinating part, because obviously I wanna get involved in the ad tech industry and provide as much technological insights as possible, uh, similar to consumer electronics. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. And I think we have one more question to address, which is a very easy one. It's about the typical class size for this program.
Okay, if you mean the timetable, I would class styles. They are evenly spread apart across the week. For me, it was like for all the 4 out of 5 weekdays I had classes, and the fourth day is like alternating again. In the first week you will have a lab session, and on the second week you will have a theory session for a few courses, something like that. And out of the 6 courses for the first try semester, which I mentioned, the Python was alone going online, which was actually a good thing, I felt, because it can just be handled online. But all the other courses were in person, face to face, which was again very useful to understand things more better. It's not very super hectic or scheduled. You guys can have your own personal time, even for a part-time, if you can really schedule your other things well. This is my take on your question.
Small groups of students in class, direct interaction with tutors, isn't it, with professors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So I think we've addressed all of the questions in our chat box, and we are probably approaching to the end of our session. So thanks very much all for joining the session today. It was really, really informative session. And so we're going to share the recording of our session to the to our local agent networks and the students who have applied and who is interested to apply this program as well. And so that's all from me. So thanks very much all, and have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.